So in this lesson, we are going to talk about the how to use the if statement, the else if, the if else, and the nested if. So let's move on to our ID and see some examples and how to use them. So yes, someone may ask for an example or how an if statement is being given or is being written in a C++ code. So we have our include string, we have our using namespace and our int main. So next we are going to input our age. So let's go. So we have int age, then we terminate. The next so yes, now we have our int age. So now we see out enter your age. Enter your age. Then so enter your age and this, then now we end the line. So end line. Then we terminate. So now we see in age. So now we do what? We see in the age. We input our age. So then we terminate. So now what's next? We would use the if statement. So if we bring our parentheses, if age is greater than or equal to 18, we would say then you are an adult. So see out, you are an adult, right? So we end this line also. So end line, then we terminate. So now let's run and see. So yes, it says we should enter a name. And over here it says if age is blah blah, you are an adult. So let's give in 18 and see. Oh let's run again. So now let's enter 18. You see you are an adult. So that means code execution was successful. So this is for the if statement. So now we move to the else. We move to the else, move to our else statement. So now let's move on and see how that's also made. So let's move to our IDE back. Um, so um, okay, so let's continue from just this side. See out and line. So see out if you are age. So now let's continue from here. Else. So if you are not an adult, then you are what? So else. Oh no. So this is the end. So we bring this rather down. Let's bring this here. So else. Then now we see out. We see out. You are not an adult. Yes. So let's make it you're not an adult. So then we end this line also, end line, then we terminate. So we then have to bring a second curly brace. You have to bring a second curly brace. Yes. So now let's run and see. Let's run and see. Oh, we had an error. So we would go back and then check. Oh, okay, so we missed this. So let's run it again. So it says enter your age. So now, since we've added the else, let's add an age lesser than 18. So 15. You are not an adult. So we can see that using the if and else statements, this is how it generated, and these are output. These are code we wrote, and this is the output it gave us. So now we would move on to the else if. So with the else if also, we'll move on to our else if, and with the else if also, we'll move to back to our ID, then see how that's also contracted. So we have our nth age over here. We have the if. So we would bring the if rather in between the side. Good. So we would bring it here. Else if we bring our parenthesis. Else if, what should we even put there? Else if, else if age is equal to, else if age is greater than or equal to, let's say 1, then we bring our curly brace, then we see out age, then we see out age, you are a baby, you are a baby. So now we bring back our this, and also we end this line. So we end this line with terminate. So now let's run it and see how, or see our output. Okay, so it has given us enter age. So let's enter 1 to see if the else if would work rightly. So 1, it says you are a baby. So yes, we can see that it worked perfectly with if, it worked perfectly with the else, it worked perfectly with the else if. So yes. So here the program also, let's move back. Okay. So I think this would bring us to the end of the else if, and the if statements. Thank you.